That's a way to start a video right there, folks. Hello, everybody. Tonight, first of all, I guess we should start off with a proper introduction. I am your host, Cullen. Welcome to Pelagicshave, where nothing is done properly. It is all done by the seat of your pants, and we're lucky to make it through it alive. So let's get on with this bad boy. Tonight we will be using A&E American Pie. I won this soap during the pie eating giveaway on Lather and Blade, and Peter finally released the actual sets with the splashes, and he released cherry pie, so I picked up the splash, and I picked up cherry pie also, which I've already made a video of, which is another great scent. But to sum it all up for you, what does this smell like? A fresh Dutch apple pie coming out the oven. This thing is fabulous, and this is brought to you in the K2 base. I don't believe it is K2E. I believe it's just K2. I don't know. Don't really care. It lathers fabulous. And here is the matching splishity splash. And sorry, my hair dryer fell down there from all my hair when I was drying some knots earlier. Bowl tonight will be my TwinPines Black and Gold. Brush today will be AKA Brushworks. You notice I have some tape on here. That's so that I could remember what knots I have put in some of these brushes, because I am testing different lofts and versions of this knot that I'm doing right now. And this is a King Titan knot. This one right now is set at this one's set at 49.5 millimeters. Some of these other ones, this one's set at 51. This one's set at 50 on the dot. I have them set on different ones. Some are marked for face lathering only, from where I treated them more to make them softer, less scrub. Different things like that. Today's razor, we will be using the Karve with the stainless steel, what plate did I put in here? E plate, with the charcoal goods maze handle. And I forgot to put a loaded blade in here, so let me do that quick like. I polished this plate today. Probably can't see it in this lighting, but yeah, so she's polished up real nice. Today we will be using feather. If I could find my marker wherever she went. There it is. Now I can mark. It's gonna get 2 uses on here. And if y'all ever mark your blades and you have problems with them wearing off, or if you get the Sharpie Extreme, your mark tends to stay on there during your shave and when you wash it. I like to use them especially on the feathers, because feathers have no numbers on them. So, and what I do is I always only mark one side. So I know that I use one, and that would be the second time. If it has 3 marks, it'll be back on that side. Feather is about the only blade that I could go past. Sometimes I could get 4 uses out of them, but most of the time I just go ahead and scrap them after 3. Most of the time, really 2. I've got to order me a full size. Oh, there goes my wash right to the lather. I've got to order me the cap that covers the entire razor tabs. That just drives me crazy. But, so yeah, I like the way that, sorry about the glare from these lights. I've replaced them and it's just horrible. I like the way that two-tone looks, but let's get on with this shave tonight. And I don't know if I told you or not, but this has the E plate in it. Oh, is this one petered out on me too? I don't know how these things are getting clogged using distilled water. Sorry, my fleas are acting up and I got a scratch here. But this knot at this setting, if you've noticed, I really have to push it to splay. So hopefully when I put it in, I was smart and didn't put a lot of RTV. But I probably wasn't paying attention at the time and gobbed it in there. So I know that that can be pulled and be set a few, be brought just a tad bit higher. My normal plate I use on my Karve, my open comb, is an open comb D plate. And so the E plate feels just beautiful. So I got the D plate also in stainless. Let me try that, see how it feels on the solid bar. But if I just like the way the E feels better, then I'll put the D plate up for sale in the BST. This maze handle is one of the coolest handles I think that Charcoal Goods makes. But this is one of those handles that I really wish he would make in a magnum size. Because this handle definitely deserves a bigger size, just like the Magnum hammered handle. That thing is fabulous. When those come available, I'm gonna have to snatch me up one of those. I absolutely love the scent on this soap. The cinnamon. It's funny, so far it hasn't reacted with my skin. The first time it did a little bit. The second time it didn't until like the third pass. And so hopefully I didn't just jinx myself. You know, I really like how this feels. It has enough backbone that you have to give it some push. It's not just floppy and dead feeling. The tips need more treating. The other thing I wish that this handle was just a little bit longer. I think, I don't know, I haven't measured it and I haven't looked on the website. If I looked it up and it said if it said it was 2.75 inches, it wouldn't surprise me. It's probably 3 inches though, but it feels a whole lot shorter. But I think I've gotten used to 3 1/4 inch handles and 3 1/2. But it's still comfortable. If you notice, I'm tending to hold it way back here. But the E plate is really smooth and comfortable. I'm so glad I decided to get another Karve. When I originally had one, I only had the C plate. And that was when I first got into the hobby. And as my taste for razor feel started changing. I can't remember what happened that yeah, there's that good old familiar third pass fragrance, cinnamon. And that's nothing to do with the soap. That's just my skin right now. Oh, it's a little sensitive from well, for one thing, being shaved, and then being shaved by a gorilla, because I do not have a light touch. I try to. When I start off, like right now, I do, but when I start feeling like my hands are going numb, I'll start pushing harder with the razor and squeezing harder with my hands because I can't feel it. So that's no fault to, you know, the soap makers or, you know, I see people post about frag burn. Sometimes artisans will get kind of bent out of shape about it. When somebody posts about it, but there's no need to, because you have to keep you know, an artist can't control, everybody's skin's different. So you know, 100 people could use the same soap, and one person or 10 people on maybe the first lather, or maybe further in the shave, might start to get some sensitivity to an ingredient in it, but it's not frag burn per se. And in my opinion, I would much rather get fragrance burn from something being a stronger scent than buying something for $22 and open it up and it have no scent. You know, and some soap makers are like, well, you know, buy the EDP if you want to smell stuff. And I'm like, my opinion, I'm like, well, why give it a scent name then if it's not going to be scented? But that's just me, and my opinion, and you know what opinions are, or what they're worth. Yeah, opinions are like buttholes. Everybody has them, and most of them stink. Got lucky to slice the crap out of my finger on that one. When I brought the razor down, I got ahead of myself and brought my hand up to feel for whiskers, and I hit my finger on the razor, and luckily I missed the blade there. But if you notice on my neck, a lot of times I'm real heavy-handed. I think that's why I tend to get a lot of irritation, especially on my neck. But that was an absolutely fantastical shave. And now after this shave, I will be having a piece of pecan pie because I don't have any apple pie. Let me get all this cleaned up, and I will be right back with you with after shave comments, thoughts, ramblings, and just stupid things. All right, we are back. Let's go over what we used tonight. Tonight we used the TwinPines WoodTurning black and gold. We used the Karve E plate stainless steel with the brass top, and sorry, I already put it back together the way I keep it, so apologies on that. And I used it with my Charcoal Goods maze handle. Which is going back in its sleeve of protection. And then after my shavy shave, rinsed with warm water, cool water, some witchy witch hazel, and then I used my elixir of youth, my hyaluronic acid and face oil to maintain my youthful exuberance. And then for soap tonight, we used we used American Pie by A&E, brought to us by Peter Sharkelis, Sneaky Pete. Great stuff. And we'll be finishing it off with some Splishity Splash, Don't Talk Back. Good stuff here. This stuff is so good, it's just apple pie. Goodness. I was gonna shave my head during shave, but my shoulder's so messed up, so I'm gonna have to use my electric shaver. Don't tell anybody. I don't want to be shunned from the groups. And then for brush, I used my AKA brushwork. This thing's pretty awesome. I asked Gardner, I said, look, I got this little funky soap scooper here. I said, can you make me a tie-dye brush that matches up with this the best you can? And he absolutely killed it. And on this, I have my hold on, I'm confusing myself as to what I wrote here. And I cannot remember what these stood for now. I'm having one of my moments here. Let's see, where's one of my other ones I left tape on? I messed up and pulled tape off of a bunch of them. But this is another one of my King Titan knots here. This is set at a different height. I believe that one's set right at 50 because I took tape off of it. This one's set at 52 millimeters. Tips on that, I've shaken it out. It's nice and soft, super dense. Look how dense that is. It's just super dense knot. If you like super dense knots, that's on the verge of being like ultra mega dense, if there is such a thing. Then this is another one that I have. And then this is a bulb version that I have. This one's set at 52 millimeters. I have some of those available. I have some Tempest knots available, and if you'd like them to go to the Typhoon knots, which is a more gelled, we could do that. I like to make them to Tempest because you could always go more gel, but once they're more gelled, you can't go less. So if you like one, hit me up. Send me a message on Facebook Messenger. Take care of you. Those are $45 for the Tempest knots. King Titan knots are the same price. Tomorrow's shave, I believe, is Strike Gold Shave Honest Abe with the Razor Rock Hawk is back, and it has landed. So tomorrow we'll be using this with the Abe plate. I gotta polish this bad boy up tonight, or tomorrow actually, it's too late tonight. It turned out pretty cool. Got some sanding to do on it, polishing. I just got to figure out how to keep the bottoms from going all goofy on me. Honest Abe that. And so, Honest Abe, oh, look at this, Craig, if you're ever watching my channel. This is what has been deemed as a pelagic lust brush. I had been wanting to buy this from Craig over at Opus for quite some time, and I was fixing to buy it, and then a friend of mine, I told him about Craig at Opus, and Craig showed him some handles, and he loved this one, and so he bought it, and he said if he ever got rid of it, he was sending it my way, and finally I got it. So, boom on that one. But thank y'all for tuning in, and we shall see y'all tomorrow, good Lord willing. And so, thank you for tuning in. Take care. Be safe. God bless.